For the unity of this country, power must stay in the South until 2031. The North has had it for 8 years, and it should go back to the South. That is the gentleman agreement. We are not hypocrites. We don't double talk. We stick to whatever we agreed on. That's why it's called gentleman agreement.
Do you foresee a situation where it will be North versus the South? There's a school of thought that says that the president will not win because it's popular, but he will return because the opposition will lose. Is that your thinking? And what will be your, candid opinions very quickly before we let you go?
Right. My candid opinion, the honest truth is that this is vintage Bola Ahmed Tinubu dividing the people. And I said up front, even before the election, I wrote a paper about Muslim ticket is neither for God nor country, but for self. The Muslim ticket, essentially what it did was to divide, cleave, put a big cleavage between Muslims and Christians in the North. And this, now he's realizing the North that voted him. People in the South are saying, oh yeah, North South, he did not win in Lagos, his home state Lagos, but in Katsina we voted him in. So it is the North that brought him. 5 out of his 8 million votes came from the North. People in the North voted him without a gun to their head. When Lagos, his home state, did not vote him in. So we brought him in. After 2 years, what has he done? Every other appointment is a Yoruba person, violating the constitution. There are over 300 ethnic groups in this country, but every other appointment, over 70% of his appointments are Yorubas. So he is trying to put a cleave. That's why I said in my paper, this government is reckless. This is reckless. You are trying to put a cleave between ethnic groups. You started it between religions, and now you're going between regions. Let's see if anybody in the South can control the whole of the South, and he will win election. Nobody can control the whole of the North alone and win an election. So all this twisting and turning they are doing, instead of taking care of problems they have created now, they are looking at 2027. They brought hunger in this country. They worsened insecurity. The economy has gone south. Hyperinflation in this country. You haven't taken care of this problem. You're looking at 2027. For goodness sake, what manner of man do we have as our leaders? People are dying. And the best message I saw was Tunde Bakri's message, Easter message to the president. Mr. President, listen to clerics, men of God, listen to critics that criticize you and do the right thing.
Forget about what the sycophants are saying. I don't join politics to lie or to play. I join politics in the interest of development of my country. And I always try to say the truth no matter whose horse is God. And that's what I believe in. That's what I swear within myself to do. And that's what I will stand for. We are having a very serious issue. You cannot play your way or betray your way to victory. We have to recalibrate our entire strategy in northern Nigeria if we truly want to reclaim the trust of the people. Otherwise, we are in for a very stormy, embarrassing moment in 2027. I know that there are some who want to listen to the truth, but this is the plain facts. But if we still keep lying to ourselves, keep carrying psychophancy, and keep saying that we will play our way, or betray our way, or maneuver our way to victory, we are just lying to ourselves. Let's just talk the fact. We are just lying to ourselves.
It's always been the Northerners bragging about how they can make somebody president on their own. And it has never worked, and it will never work. The North alone cannot make anybody president. If they go vote for their own, we go vote for our own, then everybody go day middle. It means the country will be divided the way it is right. We already have 6 geopolitical zones, so if there's going to be a big divide, it's going to remain so. The election for 2027, some people go retire from politics. Number 1 are El Rufai, number 2 are Atiku. Baba will finally retire 3 of them. Come 2027, they're not going to see let it stand.
These people that are making noise are not, they don't mean well for us. Look at their records. All of them, there are people that lost out of power. They're the ones calling for change now. But when yesterday they were there spending our money, nobody called for change. Once they lost out, they are calling for change. So we will be wiser not to allow them come back and take hold of the tail, because if they do that, we're finished. Yes, I can assure you that come 2027, the votes that will come out of North Central for Tinubu will be much. There will be much. I cannot be certain now. I can't give a certain figure now, because I wouldn't want you to hold me to it later. But I can assure you that Tinubu is going to get a quantum of votes in the North Central that will make him win the election. And I told you, we are going to have a handshake with the South-South. You know, so the votes that will come from South-South and North Central, you know, will take him to the promised land.
We Northerners, we are not going to vote for him again. We voted for him when his people did not. When his people refused to vote him, people from the North, they stood against it, against their own brother Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, and voted for President Bola Asiwaju Tinubu. Yet, the man sidelined the same people that voted for him in his own administration, in his cabinet. If there is anybody or if there is any section of this country that's supposed to benefit Tinubu the most, I think it should be a northern Nigeria. I understand that politics is a game of peripesite. It's a game of you give me, I give you. In the bar. You understand? If you look at the last election, that Tinubu did poorly in the south. Peter Obi flogging in the south. Peter Obi was the one that won in the south. But if you come to the north, it was Tinubu that won in the north, even ahead of Atiku Abubakar, who come from the north. You get the point now? The only region Tinubu won is the southwest. It is the only region in the south that Tinubu won his election. But if you come to the north, Tinubu won North Central. He also won Northwest. You understand? He did perfectly well in the north. The Northerners stood for him. But after he won the election, he said he is a Yoruba president. He is a Lagosha president. The same people that supported him last, they say we can't support him again. And you can't blame them politically, because politics is a game of interest. If that interest is no longer there, the people will look for alternative. And it's going to be very difficult for him. And if you look at most of these boys working for him from the north, those boys don't really have the grassroots. It's very difficult. I hope he amend before then. If not, he has paid well for Atiku Abubakar and any other person that will emerge from the north.
I want to continue from where I stopped on the qualities of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a good leader, a very good leader, someone who possesses integrity to the nation. He possesses integrity to the nation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu inspires confidence, communicates effectively in the whole country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a wise man, a responsible man with a very clear heart, a unity man, and a great hero to Nigeria. So, my fellow Nigerians, we should pray for him. We should always include him in our prayers so that God Almighty will help him fix the country, so that the country will be fixed normal. The country should become like a developed country. From day one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I have not seen any, how will I make it? I have not seen him, I have not seen any of his mistakes, or I have not seen anything that he did that will destroy Nigeria. If there's something some of us will talk about, is that the fuel subsidy. Let me tell you the fact about Nigerian fuel subsidy. You know, in life, someone's supposed to face the reality. In life, every one of us supposed to know the reality of what is going on. It may be your personal life, your family life, your employment place, your country. You have to face the fact of life. To be honest, the issue of fuel subsidy removal, it's been going long time ago. I think right from former President Goodluck Jonathan regime to late Muhammadu Buhari's regime. But all the presidents that during all the other presidents during their regime, they were thinking of removing the fuel subsidy of the country because it's affecting the country economic. So it's just like, let me give an example. Let me say you are producing a bottled water. Let's say you are producing this bottled water. So it costs you, let me say, 300 naira. Then you, after producing it, you bring it to the market and sell it, let's say 70 or 100 naira. So that was going on during the fuel subsidy. So there's no any leader that can maintain the country with such a ghost economy. We call it, I will call it a ghost economy. So the removal of the fuel subsidy is the only, what will I say, is the only act that President Tinubu did and everybody was annoyed about it, but it is not intentionally. He must do it. That is something that is a stage that is just like death. Every one of us will die. So every one of us is waiting for his time to come. So the fuel subsidy removal is must, it's compulsory.
I see many people boasting, saying Bola Tinubu is a political cat in Nigeria, that every other politicians are mere political rats, that they dare not come close to him. He will flush them and do all sorts of things. I could not disagree. No one could have disagreed with that. But I believe you would rather have referred to him as a political lion or a political elephant. You know why? Because he has INEC in his pocket, he has judiciary in his pocket, he has the National Assembly in his pocket. Why won't he be political everything? Of course, you can call him the political Goliath, call him the political bulldozer, because he has INEC to dictate election the way he wants it. See, conduct a free, fair, and credible election. Let there be a transparent INEC where election will be transmitted in real time from the polling unit down to the portal. I, Odalu, will beat Tinubu to any election in Nigeria. You doubt that? You dare not now. You dare not, because you know I'm speaking the obvious fact. He has the instrument to rig. So why would you not refer to him as a political lion? Can Wike win a free, fair, and credible election? Can he? Can Tinubu win election without applying the Wike style? We all now know that the name Wike should be another name for electoral ringy. Because that guy is a rigging machine. What that guy did in Rivers State, even Tinubu fear. You get the point? So without the Wike style in election, can Tinubu win anybody? A man with a very dubious track record? You are telling me that Tinubu is a political cat, or that's a political rat. 2023, Peter Obi beat Tinubu hands down. Beat him in Lagos, beat him in Anambra, beat him anywhere, beat him in FCT. But at the end of the day, Wike happened. You get the point? So when Wike happens, every other thing turned upside down, and that is exactly how we got into this mess that we are right now. And you still shamelessly be bragging that Tinubu is a political lion, it's a political cat, it's a political dart, based on rigging. Be ashamed of yourself. You see all these governors now running to him. All these governors defecting to APC. They are actually not defecting to APC. They are actually running to Tinubu, believing that he have INEC. He is the one conducting election. He is the one decide who comes next and who goes where. So they are all taking refuge for their next election, not because they believe his governance, not because they think he's on the right track. No, we are politicians who are cowards, who just can't stand as an opposition, who can't stand to fight, not even to fight for themselves, not to talk of fighting for the people. So they are looking for where it is already done, someone that has already captured everything, so that they just take refuge and perhaps get some. Those are the kind of dubious politicians we have around. Otherwise, Tinubu cannot beat anybody in an election. But he conquered the system. He had every institution that matter in his pocket. And instead of people now forming a very formidable opposition to fight back and restore things to normalcy, everybody is becoming coward and running to take refuge under his terrorist government. That is why somebody could brag. Somebody could come to my comment section to brag that every other politician in Nigeria are mere rats. Tinubu is the cat. In a very corrupt system. You are shamelessly bragging that you have a Tinubu who can only win election when the wicked style is being applied. I mean, the rigging machine. You are ashamed of yourself. Conduct a transparent election. I, Odalo, will beat Tinubu to any election in Nigeria. I will not even need to campaign. I will just beat him to the election, because it takes an insane person now in Nigeria looking at the scenario. It takes somebody that is absolutely insane to genuinely and sincerely go to the poll and cast a vote, even one, for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, regardless, after all we've seen now. It takes somebody that is mentally unstable. Odalo said so. Take me anywhere and I will repeat it. Is this how a country look like? A country where humans, where normal human beings govern, is this how it should look like? The way the whole situation looks like in Nigeria? Please, for those of you defending Tinubu, be ashamed of yourself. You are defending impunity, iniquity, illegality, corruption at the highest level. Political cat, my foot. Somebody that cannot beat me in a free, fair, and credible election.
And then you ask, why is it like that? You know, the position of the Secretary to Federal Government is not a small position. If you have that position alone, you can get so many other things. There are things that they will not tell you. The things that will not come to tell you. Like that, we can't come to say, this is what that woman has done, this is what that has done. It will be childish. But behind the scene, you know, he's navigating. Things are happening. And if you look at this administration, it has been very fair. It has been very fair to people in the North Central. It has been very fair. We have SGF, and the SGF is also trying. We are getting the projects that they are awarding. Most of the projects are also the roads that we thought they will never touch. They are beginning to touch them now. They're giving the roads construction projects for North Central. So many things will come. But now the appointments are not finished. They are still making appointments. We expect some juicy appointments, you know, to come for North Central. We have close to 2 years remaining. So within this time, you know, a lot of things can happen. And nothing says North Central cannot produce a president after 2031, because when Tinubu wins and his tenure finishes, it will now come back to the north. If it comes back to the north, the Northwest has produced how many presidents? They produce how many people?
As you can see, I understand. I know many of you have listened to what all these guys have been saying here, though it's been a long time that we've been dropping something like this. And the issue and the problem behind this is something I'd like to let you guys know. We already know the type of people that northern leaders are. You know, if waiting them want, if you don't reach them again, they will begin to talk with you, especially them Ervai. The way I even hate that man, I hate that man to the extent where we see, if not me, where we see in life, the in hand, I go make sure I flog him, because the way they do, the way they jump from one place to another, he done it too much. And for this man called Professor Yusuf, although we know that this regime that we are is not favoring everyone's, but with all due respect, sir, make you keep quiet, because during your person we don't see you out. During when your person be did the rule, we never see any one of you that come out to be complaining about this and that, because even when Buhari was in power, many people witnesses hunger and starvation during him, but none of you have come out to say anything concerning it. Every one of you decided to just keep quiet. So as you guys, if you can keep quiet during your own person time, if you reach another person time, make you not come dey talk as if say okay now this person na your own words pass. Now we see with the lie una know, and for your own goods you will be say okay you dey for south. You see, if this thing we they want do now, the north people, this thing where they want do, if they not do am in favor of south, if you go join their coalition, now your future where you deserve be that. Now so it just be you with the years now, you know, say you get everything you want to talk. If you get anything where you want to talk, make it drop your own say below. Thank you.